Hi everybody, welcome to another Chew and Chat here on Frontier Patriot. Today we have
mince pies from 1804, and there's no meat in these, I promise. It's just a very fruity minced apple pie.
Oh, I'm excited to try this. It smells really good in here. It smells citrusy because it's got lemon in it and candied orange peel, right?
You can tell I've already completely demolished mine.
Mine's still solid.
Yes. We made little tiny ones like you were originally supposed to do, and then we made a bigger one because we had all this left over and we didn't want to throw it out, so we figured we'll just make a bigger one. And yeah, like Ron said, it has lemon, it has orange in it, it also has currants and apples. Apples are usually the base of any kind of mince pie, and let's try it.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I already know what I'm getting myself into here.
The little hearts you did on top's really cute.
Thank you.
Here it goes. It's still real warm.
Fruity.
It's very fruity.
Fruity, really fruity. The last time I had a mince pie, the way that I could describe it to people is that first experience where I had one. Sorry, our chickens outside are going a little crazy. So the first experience I ever had one is it was like a burst of sunshine in my mouth.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
All of these different fruit flavors with the complex citrus notes and of course the sugar. It's like if I could compare to something modern, a Starburst candy in a pie.
Yeah. That's spot on.
Yeah. You like it, Ron?
I do like it. I like the flakiness. You did a really good job on that crust.
Thank you, Ron.
And, you know, it's not a dense pie. There's no egg in it, so it's not a custard or anything. So it's kind of loose, but it's still kind of holding its shape. It almost jellified because all the sugar's in it. And that's really good, actually.
Now imagine
I
having
like
this in wintertime. Because mince pies are traditionally eaten in fall and in winter.
That would be good.
So if you've gone for weeks or even months without having any fruit, and then you tried this, that would be just such a welcome experience in the dead of winter.
Now, could you do this with dried fruit? Maybe soak them or get them wet or something, put them in there, and then let it...
Well, some of this is dried fruit, but the base is always going to be apples. So with apples, don't dry the apples for this. You can use preserved apples that have been preserved by canning or crocking.
I guess I should have asked that. That's probably better.
Yeah. The currants in this are dried currants, so you could eat it in winter. The candied orange peel, once you candy a fruit, it keeps for months. And that was another way of preserving fruit back then, was to candy it with sugar. And so they could have had this in any time of the year, really. But since we are currently in late September, it's the perfect time right now for apples in this area. And so I wanted an apple-based receipt, and this is apples.
It's very good. I like it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Can I get some water, please? Because it is pretty sweet.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
And you can customize this. It said just add any candied fruit that's typical of other pies. So I went with candied orange peel. But you don't have to do that. You can add candied citron. Or maybe even just add raisins and currants if you wanted to. Or if you don't like it, if you don't like the way candied fruit tastes, then just use apples and currants that it calls for, and it'll still be really, really good. And the lemon in it.
Yeah, the lemon, just the punch. Bam!
Dang!
Bam!
Dang!
Alright, so we have some exciting news. Today has actually been 1 year since we started building the cabin here that we're in.
Yeah.
A year ago today, we started construction on building this here cabin.
This here cabin. And how long did it take us to build it?
About 3.5 weeks. We got done just before Halloween.
Yep.
Halloween was the first episode you guys seen inside the cabin here. So I'll talk about it being 1 year when we get to Halloween too, but off camera, started building 1 year ago today.
Today.
Boy,
it was mainly Ron, honestly.
Well,
I did a little bit, but it
you
was
helped
mainly
with a
Ron.
lot of the finishing.
Thank you.
You know, painting is a lot of hard work. When you got to do this and Now,
yeah.
Your arm gets tired.
Your arm gets tired. But we did it in about 3.5 weeks around us having full-time jobs. So it was a bit of a workout.
Now, it doesn't include the bedroom. The bedroom we did over the Christmas break. But it was really fun doing this. I've never done masonry work before, and I actually had a blast doing that. Because you can really see it, you know, be almost like a work of art.
Yes.
You put your rots up there, you let it sit for a little bit, come back and brush it, and you come back and brush it again, and then the second time you brush it, it really looks slick and finished in between the grooves of the rots, and it just, I was like, whoa,
Ron
this is the real deal. Now, if you look at my chimney on the outside, I didn't brush it, so it looks a little rugged, but...
It's a chimney.
Yeah, it's a chimney. But in here, it really made me smile by looking at it. I was like, wow, that looks like, you know, something a professional would do.
You did a very good job, Ron.
Thank you. And it still stands.
Yeah, it still stands.
It's made it through tornadic weather. It's made it through 1.5 feet of snow, because we got a lot of snow back in January.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous, and it held up just fine. Nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
So, happy birthday, cabin.
So, we built in 3.5 weeks. And with modern money, we built the main cabin, the main room with what?
Like $1,500.
$1,500.
Now, I reused some things and had some of the stuff already, but most of the money went in for mortar. You know, that stuff's expensive.
Because we're poor people. In real life, too, we're poor. So we couldn't afford no $200,000 movie set here. It's literally just Ron and me. I mean, Ron films, I edit, and he also helps me to edit.
And cook.
And cook from time to time. But because it's just him and I, and we have a low budget, we had to make do with what we had, so we built this cabin with $1,500 and a whole lot of love.
And there's lots of good memories in here.
Yeah.
And it's been beneficial to us.
Yes, we've met a lot of friends through this place.
Some of the family and some of the friends that have been here, they all love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like coming here when it's in the fall, when it's nice out, and just start a fire and hang out. Or I've even been here at nighttime. Back around Christmas time, I was here at night. Everybody was off doing their own thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start a fire. I'm gonna go up to the cabin, and I brought a little music box with me that had Christmas music on it, just the instrumental stuff, and I just lit the candles and sat here, and I was like, this is really relaxing.
That does sound really relaxing.
Even for personal satisfaction, it's I really love it here. It's really nice.
Yeah. So you like your pie?
I love my pie, and I'm gonna eat that one too, probably.
Really?
Yes. I mean, come on, that's the reason why we made a big one. There was extras left, of course, but I said, you know what? Just make it, I'll eat it.
Right.
So she made it.
It is really good. Now, my personal preference, and everyone is different, but my personal preference, I wish I hadn't added candied orange peel. I wish I hadn't added any candied fruit. But the receipt says to add candied fruit. I do like candied fruit if it's in baked goods, like in cakes. But in pie, no, I just personally don't really like it. It's a very intense and strong flavor. It hasn't baked into the flour like if you were putting it in a cake. So if it was me at feeding my own personal family, I would just use apples, currants, and lemon. I wouldn't use candied orange peel, candied anything. That's all I would use.
You want some of this?
Can I eat the heart?
Okay,
fine.
Fine. Here you go.
Yay! Thank you, Ron. But someone else at home might really like the taste of candied orange peel, and they might want to do it. Thank you for giving me your heart, Ron.
You're welcome.
Yum.
Now I like the crust. I'm a crust guy. I like the crunch. And even a little bit of the sogginess with the syrup at the bottom of the pie.
That is the best part. It has a little bit of fruit on the bottom sticking to it. That's why I asked for the heart, because I like the crust too of a pie. Oh
yeah, the underside's really...
It's soaked up the juice.
That's good.
Oh my gosh, that's good. I'm thinking Ron's gonna eat that entire thing.
That's my plan.
Oh my god.
I ain't got no refrigerator. I gotta eat it, or it's gonna go bad.
He's just breaking it up like it's a bowl of cereal. And shoveling it in. Impressive, impressive. So here we are proving that these 200-year-old dishes are indeed edible. And usually really good.
Yeah.
Not always, but usually really good. I mean, modern recipes, sometimes they're not good, right? Mm-hmm.
Right, just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it tastes good.
Right. And, you know, we actually never make these before we film it.
Yeah. Because
we can't really afford to waste food like that. So a dish like this, we can't eat this 2 days in a row. I mean, this is a delicacy. It has sugar and lemons and fruit in it. So we could only make this once. And we make it for the very first time on camera. I'm serious. And that's how all of our receipts have been so far.
We just wing it.
We just wing it. And there's no pictures, obviously, in these old 200-year-old cookbooks. So we don't really know what it's supposed to look like. You have to use just your prior knowledge of historical baking to get an idea of what it's supposed to be, what size it's supposed to be, and whatnot. And you can add your own finishing touches, of course. So, because, for example, I put a heart design on top of the pie. You don't have to do a heart. Traditionally, people often use stars. They cut out the shape of a star and put it on mince pie. But I did a heart because I put hearts on everything. I just think it's cute. That's just me. So this is our very first time trying this.
I like it. It's just really sweet. That's why I keep having to drink water.
I don't think it's that sweet.
It's pretty sweet to me.
It's because of all the fruit.
Yeah, I think so. Woo!
Look at how much he has left. What is this man? What is he? He's like, where's my plate? My goodness. Just bake a whole pie for Ron. If you invite Ron over for Thanksgiving, make a whole separate meal for Ron.
I don't like my own.
Yeah, because he'll eat it. He'll show up to a Thanksgiving table and look at all the food on the table and say, "Oh, thanks guys for making me all this food, but I don't know how I'm supposed to eat all this." Like he thinks it's just for him.
Well, I don't know what to say about it.
So the cookie cutter that I use is this. This is 100% tin. And tin cookie cutters go back a really long time. I can't even tell you how far back, at least the 18th century at least. So, this is a heart. This is a fleur-de-lis, because we live in a French area, so I had to get this one.
St. Genevieve.
Yeah, we live in St. Genevieve County. And I got these from Candy's store, and I have quite the collection of them now. I'm just waiting for an excuse to use them. And I absolutely adore this because it cuts through dough like hot metal, even though it's not hot. It just cuts through things so easily, and the dough comes off really easily. And there's all these different kind of shapes.
Oh, she's got 50 different ones.
Yeah, Candy has like 50 different
Pigs,
ones.
chickens, owls, cows, dogs,
acorns,
cats, squirrels, nuts. What didn't I say?
She has a lot of different ones.
Little log cabin, gingerbread man,
oh, yeah.
doggy bone for like a dog.
Yeah, doggy bone.
Like some others, Christmas trees, snowman, Santa Clauses. Okay, I'm done.
So this is one I haven't used yet, so it still has the original, this is how it comes when you buy it. And this is a piggy! This is a pig. This is the large pig, and then I have a little tiny pig.
Yeah, she makes, so these are the large ones. There are ones that are like half size.
Yeah, little tiny ones. And so I got the full-size pig, and then I got little pigs because I thought this is the mom pig and she needs piglets. I just thought it was so cute. Like, imagine having shortbread cookies that are pigs with the little piglets. It's the cutest thing ever.
And these are made in America, too.
Yeah, these are made in America. Let me see if it says where. From Orchard Canyon Heirlooms. But it doesn't say where it's made. Other than it's made in America.
But the state.
Yeah, I don't know what state. It does come with a recipe for cream cheese cookies. So because this is tin, it is gonna be super, super shiny and pretty when you first buy it like this. But after 10 years of owning it, it is going to turn brown naturally.
Show them that little measuring mug there. That's what tin looks like. If you keep it clean, if you don't let it rust, it just dulls. Turns to
It's gonna turn into this color eventually.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's not gonna leave residue in your food or anything. It's not gonna make the food taste weird. It's not gonna rust as long as you care for it correctly. But it's just naturally gonna darken. But right now, I just bought these some months ago, so they're shiny and pretty. So I just wanted to show them to you, because Christmas is coming up, so... And I know someone's going to ask me, where'd you get that cookie cutter? Where'd you get that?
Candy store.
I got it from Candy Store, and I have a huge collection of them now. I have a squirrel, and I have a bunch of acorn ones, and I'm dying to use that. That's so cute. But I'm also dying to use the pig and the piglet one.
Me too, I'm dying to eat them.
And another thing I thought when I bought the pig one is I feel like a pig when I eat all the cookies I'm about to make, so I should make a cookie in the shape of a pig.
Horrible.
Horrible. Now, we got something else with candy. We got something else with candy recently. Okay.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Let me show them first.
We didn't get that candy.
We didn't get this from Candy, but we use this to boil the lemon rind. This is called a dog-eared kettle because of this, what would you call this? These little metal flaps off of the side that the handle is hooked inside.
Dog ears?
Well, yeah, that's what they call them. I'm just calling them metal flaps for now. But that's why it's called a dog-eared kettle, because it has little ears.
Tabs.
Thank you, tabs. It has tabs.
Flares.
Yeah. And so, this is what I use for everything. And I got this from Samson Historical. Had this for at least a year and a half now. Now, what happens when you supersize this? You get this! Yeah! Oh my gosh!
So this is brass, and it's tin lined.
Right, both of these are brass on the outside, and they're lined with tin.
That one just has been charred because it's been cooked with 100 times.
Yeah, in the fire. And that one's never been used before, so it's still brand spanking shiny new on the outside.
We're going to use it this fall, though.
Yeah, you can use that for anything.
Yeah.
Anything large.
I think I'm going to try to make some pumpkin butter in it.
Pumpkin butter.
Pumpkin butter.
Pumpkin butter. You can make apple butter or jellies, jams. You could do your laundry in it if you wanted to.
This is I forget what this is, 15 gallon? You make...
Wait, it has a 10 on the side.
That's the number 10, but it ain't...
Oh.
It's more than 10 gallon, I think.
Okay. It's 15 gallons.
I think. I don't know. Either way, you can make a whole lot of chili on this thing.
Oh yeah, you can make a whole lot of chili in that thing.
You can make 100 pounds of chili.
Right? I thought it was funny because it looks exactly like this, just supersized.
Yeah.
Welcome to America. We love supersizing everything. So we could not afford a copper apple butter cauldron. Those things are $700 something for a decent sized one. You don't necessarily have to cook apple butter in a copper vessel.
Nope.
It's ideal because copper is great with maintaining the right temperature, but you don't have to.
Nope.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Nope.
You don't have to.
Nope.
So we got the poor man's version of that, what we could afford, and I'm excited to use that this fall.
Me too.
Yep, after we make apple butter in it, we can use it to wash our dirty socks and our pillowcases and everything.
But as long as we do that after.
But anyway, so Candy paid for half of it, and then Ron paid for the other half to buy that.
So we're co-owners.
Yeah, they're co-owners of that giant vessel there. That way, that's how we could afford it.
So she can use it when she needs it, and we can use it when we need it.
Yeah, I won't say how much it costs, but it's way less than the copper ones I just mentioned.
Yep, like a quarter of the price.
Yeah, a quarter of the price.
I got a book.
Yeah, we got books on here. We're about to talk about this.
Well, I'll let you do your segue book. How about that?
Okay.
So she had a birthday this week, and...
My birthday's on September 21st. Every single year for my birthday, my dad gets me an antique book. which is awesome. And I think he started doing that because the first time he did that for me years ago, I started crying when I opened up what it is. Because every year for my birthday, he would get me something that it wasn't me. It didn't click. It was just a random generic gift. Like, here's a stuffed animal. Here's a balloon. But then he got me an antique book, and it was exactly me. It's my hobby. It's what I like doing. I collect old books. And so I started crying because I realized, oh man, my dad gets me. And ever since then, every year for my birthday, he gets me an antique book. Well, this year he got me one that was published in 1888, and it's called Good Manners. What is he trying to imply here? I don't know. But anyway, I love it. I mean, it's really cool to get these old Victorian manner books because it's a real cool insight into how people behaved back then. And this is from 1888. So it's not really easy to read. It's written kind of like a story. So there's no bullets where it just says, don't chew with your mouth open or anything like that. So I haven't read all of it yet, but there's just some random bits and pieces that I thought were interesting. Once it would have been considered gross rudeness for a person to begin to eat until all have been helped, but now a guest may begin to eat as soon as served.
You don't want to get cold.
Yep, and this also expedites your table service. Yeah. Just like random things like that are fascinating.
I like that one. I like to eat as soon as the food's in front of me.
See, but the weird thing is I still to this day think that's rude.
Oh, it is, but I'm just saying I like to do it.
I mean, I'm the kind of person where I will not eat until everyone is served and everyone's ready to start eating. So if I'm at a restaurant with a friend, I don't eat until they get their food too.
I'm the same way.
But apparently, according to this book, you don't gotta do that. Strange. Okay, so another one I got for you is guests do not remain very long after leaving the table, and unless the affair has been formally conducted, after calls are not expected. So when you're done with dinner and you get up, get the heck out. It's time to leave. Don't linger in the house.
That
I can appreciate. I like that because when the food's gone, I'm gone. And I can understand why, if someone gets up and they're done with dinner and you're done with your chit-chat, it's like, okay, now what?
Well, I'm going to go in here and recline and kick back.
Yeah, hey, where's your living room at?
Trick me a siesta.
This is a pretty nice house you got here. Nope, it's time to leave. Dancing is not forbidden. I just opened up a random page. Dancing is not forbidden. It is suggested by the enchanting waltz music. Okay.
I don't know on that one.
I think it's trying to say that dancing is okay. Because music is so nice. Why not? Well, anyway, that's what I got for my birthday, and I'm extremely happy with that. But it reminded Ron and I of a book that we've already owned for, I don't know, the last 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And it's way earlier than this one. This is a recopy, though.
Yeah, this is a reprint. And Candy actually sells these little books. And so it's called George Washington's Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior in Company and Conversation.
George Washington.
He wrote this when he was 14 years old, by the way. Now, he got it from another book that was a French book on manners. And I think it was from 100 years before his time. But he picked out certain things that he liked, and he jotted them down. There's 110 of them.
When I was 14, I still thought I was part dinosaur. So I can't even imagine being on this level where I'd publish a book at 14.
About manners.
About manners.
So, should I read number 1, or you want me just to open up a random page? I won't read all 110.
Let's open up number 1 first, but the thing that makes this book different than this, obviously the fact that it's over 100 years earlier, is this is in bullet points. Yeah. So it's way easier to read this.
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, what is the very first tip on how to be a gentleman?
Cue the violins for this. Number 1. Every action done in company ought to be with some sign of respect to those that are present. That means whatever you do, don't act a fool.
Every action done in company ought to be with some sign of respect to those that are present. Every action... okay.
Don't make an ass of yourself.
Okay, now I understand. It's saying that when you have company over, everything that you do when you have company over, you need to do it in a respectful way, so you don't offend your company.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, Ron, turn to a random page and say a random one.
Let's just go 1, 2, 3, because that's your favorite number. Alright, what's the date today? 27th?
Yes.
Let's go with number 27 then. That's what this is. It's a long one.
Oh, great. Thought I got lectured by my parents over here.
'Tis ill manners to bid one more emint than yourself be covered, as well as not to do it to whom it's due. Likewise, he that makes too much haste to put on his hat does not well. Yet he ought to put it on at the first, or at most the second time of being asked. Now, what is heroin spoken of qualification in behavior and saluting ought to be observed in taking a place.
Are you done?
No, and of sitting down, for ceremonies without bonds is troublesome.
I have no idea.
You reread it,
what
see if
you
you can read
just
it
said.
better. It's like this long. It's a whole paragraph.
A lot of them are way easier than that, and
most of them are one sentence or two. This one's a run-on paragraph. Maybe we pick a different one.
On to a next one. Okay, number 109 out of 110. Let your recreations not be sinful. Yeah, your hobby should not be sinful.
No drinking.
Limit the gambling some.
No gambling.
Put another bit...
No brothels.
Yeah, that's always recommended. Put not another bit into your mouth till the former be swallowed.
Oh, I got a problem with that.
And let not your morsels be too big.
Your what?
Your morsels of food. So don't take a huge spoon of food in your mouth.
I failed that test because
Hold up. I just realized you finished this.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh, man. This guy can eat. I'm sure there's something in here about not doing what Ron does.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun book. And she's got a whole bunch of other books on the Constitution, the Declaration, the code of the flag code. There's a lot of things about the flag that I didn't even know. You know, you're really technically not supposed to wear a piece of clothing that has a flag on it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. I know.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
I'm such a patriot that half of my shirts have a flag on them, but I don't mean any disrespect by wearing them. According to the code.
Rinse not your mouth in the presence of others. Yeah, don't do that in any time period. Oh. In company of your betters, do not longer in eating than they are. Lay not your arm, but only your hand upon the table. Okay, so I think that one means...
We both took our arms off the table.
That one means that
no
don't take longer to eat than everyone else at the table is.
No elbows.
Yeah, no elbows on the table. Okay, number 89. Speak not evil of the absent, for it is unjust. Do not talk about people behind their back.
That's a good one. Because it always comes back to bite you in the butt.
Yeah, it does.
But hey, before I forget, thank you everybody for watching our latest video here on Frontier Patriot of Candy and Justine cooking the rice pudding.
Yes.
I got to taste that off camera and it was good.
He ate more than any of us did.
And also thank you for watching the latest drama video. If you haven't yet, please go to Early American, see this being made, and watch the latest drama video. That was really fun to shoot that one.
Number 80. Be not tedious in discourse or in reading, unless you find the... I don't want that one. Number 81. Be not curious to know the affair of others. So don't poke your nose where it don't belong.
You gonna read them all?
No, I'm just randomly reading them.
Read one more. We gotta save them for our next show in case I ain't got nothing to talk about.
I doubt that. Number 73. Think before you speak. Pronounce not imperfectly, nor bring out your words too hastily, but orderly and distinctively.
It's a good one.
Yes. Yes. Can I do one more?
Yes.
Okay.
Looking at this apple here.
You want to eat an apple?
I might.
Number 24. Do not laugh too much or too loud in public. Yeah. I absolutely would not be friends with George Washington, apparently, because he would consider me to be a goat.
Me too.
Or a donkey, or some kind of livestock animal in the way I behave.
They'd kick me out. They'd be like, get out of here, you old scoundrel.
Get out of here, you potato eater, you peasant. So these two books are at least 150 years apart. But people were still obsessed with manners in the Victorian period as they were in the 18th century.
Yeah, so when George Washington was 14, that would have been in the 1740s.
Isn't that everyone's dream child to have? Oh, my son is so well-mannered. He keeps his room clean. He wrote a book on manners when he was 14. Everyone's dream child.
Yeah, that ain't never gonna happen.
And then he grew up to become the president.
Not bad.
What do I have to eat when I'm pregnant in order to have a kid like that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd see that.
What?
I'd see that. We have a kid be president.
We could have a kid that could be president.
Shoot, 2040.
Well, anyone... anyone could have a kid that could be president.
Richard April III for president.
You watching now.
2040.
Would you vote for Ron?
Now, wouldn't that be something? I have no plans to run for president, but wouldn't that be something? Just joking about it, and then 2040...
Boy, if that happened, they would have to work really far down that line. You know, like when the president dies, the vice president has to step in, and then so on and so forth. There's this whole line. They'd have to go down the line by probably 5,000 people, maybe 50,000 people, and then Ron Rayfield would be at the end of that line, and he's your president. He's the man that you need to run this country. Okay, Ron, what's the first thing you're going to do for us? Something about food, probably.
Yeah, I'll get the water working again. It'd be like, by the time it's 24, it'd be like Idiocracy, that movie.
Oh,
they water the plants with Gatorade. Electrolytes.
Electrolytes. Water it with Monster Energy.
Water? You mean like from the toilet?
Guys, we're going to head on out.
Yep.
We got to work on Ron's campaign. And you all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.